My name is Zoe, and in today's video we're going to be looking at another kind of a turn that is used in belly dance and in other kinds of dance. It's not too difficult. It's one of the earlier turns you can learn. It is called a paddle turn. You'll see why when we start doing it. So, to do the paddle turn, it's a turn that is done on one leg. So we're going to have our weight on one leg and the other leg is out to the side and a bit turned out. So we turn out from the thigh, meaning our knee on this unweighted leg is not facing forward, but facing more out. Yeah, that's just going to help you as well maintain your balance. And we're going to keep our weight on this leg the entire time, and we're just going to scooch the heel of this leg around. So we're going to be briefly picking it up, not even really picking the heel up off the floor, just the tiniest bit off the floor to help turn us around. And we want to be keeping our body posture exactly the same. So the only thing moving here is my heel. So you want to think about pushing that heel forwards. So you will, if you're doing it correctly, you'll feel also a lot of work going on in your inner thighs as you push the heel forward. That's good. You also want to be feeling work in your posture, holding yourself, slight contraction in the lower abs to keep the pelvis neutral. That's also going to help with your balance. And just scooching around. That's the paddle turn. Let's try on the other side. So find your position. Legs are straight. That's also going to help with the balance, is really strong, straight legs. Here. Turning by scooching that heel around. Now, of course, because this is a turn, we want to be spotting. I'm doing it very slowly right now, which makes it a little hard to spot. But to avoid getting dizzy, you do want to always be picking a spot somewhere in front of you and keeping your gaze on that spot as long as possible, and then whipping your head around to continue looking at it. Trying that on the other side. Here, keeping looking at that spot, and then whipping my head around to continue. And that's going to help you keep from getting dizzy. So, again, you can have the arms out for this, like straight, very straight, because this is a very, as you've seen, a very kind of straight lines sort of a turn. Everything has a lot of tension, energy. But what I like to do and what I think is a bit more common is to have the arms on a slight diagonal so that you're kind of mirroring the line of the body. It's not entirely on the same line, otherwise your arm would be way up here. So it's kind of in between. So whichever leg is out, that opposite arm is going to be the one that's up, and then the other arm will be down. And you want to have, you can imagine a straight line running through those arms so that you're not, one is here or here. There's a straight line. It's just at an angle. So we can try that. Turning 1, 2, 3, 4, for example. And then we are going to walk, crossing forwards, back, and crossing back to transition to go on the other side. So this is just a quick, fun way to switch legs. So from this side again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll walk cross forwards, step out, cross back, and then we're ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, step, 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 and 1, 2, 3, 4, cross front, step out, cross back, and preparation. Just to add a few arms to that, so we have our diagonal arms for the paddle turn, 3, 4, and on this step, which again is a very common transition step that I like to use and many people use to switch between sides and directions. So crossing front, out, and back. And I'm going to, with my arms, as you saw, out, in, down, and then opening to the diagonal. Out, out, in, down, diagonal, out, in, down, diagonal. So, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and cross, arms come in, arms come down, and prepare. 1, 2, 3, 4, in, down, out, prepare. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, prepare. 1, 2, 3, 4, cross, out, cross, back, prepare. So let's try that combination, paddle turn with the transition cross on each side. We'll do it back and forth, and we'll do it with some music. So that was a brief introduction to the paddle turn. You can definitely go faster with it and do fewer heel scooches in between. You can also, another fun arm thing that you can do is switch the diagonals. So coming here and then coming back around as you do this. That's really fun and gives you this kind of airplane-y look. That can be really fun, and even getting more into a bit of a cambray as you're turning, a little more advanced. Definitely, that's getting almost into barrel turn technique, but can look really cool and is a good way to keep looking at the audience as you turn. So there is more fun stuff you can do with the paddle turn, but that was just an introduction to the basic technique. And as you'll see in some later videos, we can also add some other fun hip movements and things onto this. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you're not too dizzy. If you enjoyed it, please do give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share with your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and happy practicing.